Yo! Hey, what's going on, y'all call me? It's your main man, Rick the Dawn. Hey, I'm back with another one because you have shown so much love in the last few videos like this. I appreciate it. My goal for this video is 20 likes, and I got a new one, and I see a lot of people are interested in it, so I decided to check it out. But before I do anything at all, thinking cap, please. Now I'm ready to go. All right, so you already know, if you want to listen to this podcast episode, check out the Rick the Dawn podcast. If you want to watch it, check me out on YouTube, and that's how we're gonna rock it out. All right, we're gonna be using Bloog Space today, and I'm going to go to the investing blue room right here, and here it is. It is a company by the name of Canoo. This is my first time hearing of the company, and I want to check it out. For those people who want to get in and get out, here we go. All right, so if we look, we'll see that this is about where it was comfortable before the big drop. And this was all around January 1st, 2nd, at the beginning of the new year. All right, something took place on February 2nd, which seemed to have created some type of effect, which caused a massive drop. All right, and right about now, it seems pretty stable at the 58-cent mark. All right, and as of today, it is trading at about 55 cents. Would I get in? Would I get in? I would say this is a very, very interesting play because I do see some stability here at the 76 cent mark. There is slight probability that it could go back up. But if I'm going to be honest with you, as of right now, based on not really doing any research, I probably would not get in here because there's so much instability around what's going on right now with it being at 55 cents. It's very volatile. This is a very volatile stock, and I'm not sure I would get in at this very moment. If I were to get in, I would jump in when I saw the stock trading at about 50 cents. So I'm not sure when you're going to watch this video, but if the stock is at 50 cents or lower, things could change there. But as of right now, at 55 cents, I'm probably going to avoid it. All right, but that's just my preliminary opinions and thoughts. If I go into this thing and really look closer at the details, I might come out with something different. So stay tuned if that's what you want to see. All right, first, I would like to take a look at the market cap, 281 million. That's a lot. That's a really high market cap for a penny stock. And also looking at revenue, there's no information on revenue. And I know from the past that simply means that there's not a lot of revenue there. I've seen in the past stocks who have no reported revenue on this website is usually a sign of something pretty bad. But, again, I'm going to look at this stock thoroughly to figure out if that's true or not. Here we go, folks. Let's keep it moving. Canoo Incorporated is a mobility technology company engaged in designing and developing electric vehicles. Once again, another electric vehicle stock. So it seems like electric vehicles are the rave right now. A lot of people are looking into them and trying to figure out, should they get in, should they stay out? And I'm noticing that. All right. The company's multi-purpose platform is self-contained, fully functional rolling chassis that directly houses the critical components for operation of an electric vehicle, including its in-house design electric drivetrain, battery systems, advanced vehicle control, electronics, and software, and other critical components. So I do like the fact that they're slightly varied and diversified. I think the last electric vehicle stock that I looked at, I think it was CYST or CXY. You go to my channel, you'll see it. They solely focused on electric trucks, and I thought that was very limited. And I like that they have their hands in several different components. All right, obviously the industry is automobiles, but the sector is consumer cyclicals, and I do like that as well. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep looking. Let's figure out what's going on here. All right, Canoo Incorporated reported earnings results for the first quarter ended March 31st. For the first quarter, the company reported net loss $90.73 million compared to $125.37 million a year ago. So less of a loss, but still a huge loss nevertheless. Man, it's so difficult owning a company and trying to get it to become profitable. We hear about the success stories, the Googles, the Apples, the Amazons, but the Canoos, what about the Canoos, man? All right, so this is a very problematic thing for me right here. If we look at the return on investment for the average investor in Canoo, it looks like they lose about 135% of their investment. And we saw that when we look at that huge drop at the beginning. So not good at all. And I think it's about that time to start doing some grading here. So, I like to start off with an A+. However, I'm seeing a lot of things regarding loss. So I'm going to just drop it a whole letter grade, and we'll kind of pick up from here and see what we can find. All right, next, let's take a look at the ad. I'm just kidding. No. So the PE ratio for the industry is actually pretty decent. It's around my ballpark. I like to look at or see companies that have a PE ratio of 25, and the industry is about where I want it to be. However, the company is not. So again, another ding. All right, another ding on this company. No dividends, but that's not a ding. We see that quite often when it comes to penny stocks. Most penny stocks don't offer a dividend, so nothing there to report. Now, if we take a look, we'll see that the revenue and forecast are both unlisted. Again, another sign of things I don't like to see. All right, I'm gonna, at this particular point, drop it down to a B-. Drop it down 2 levels because I'm just not seeing things I want to see. Shows that the company, at least in my personal opinion, again, I'm not your financial advisor, obviously. I'm just someone just giving you my opinion because we're friends. That's what friends do. We share ideas. And by the way, it's a good point or good time to point out that if you see something, know something that I'm not touching on, please go to the comment section and let it go. Let it rip, because we're all a community here at the Becoming Ritchie Rich podcast. And, that's what we do. We kind of share information with each other. So if you know something I didn't catch, please jump in and throw that in there. Now, so no revenue to report, not good in my personal opinion, okay? But if we look at the technical analysis, all right, and we take, we start to use and incorporate technology and see what they can find, because they're probably more sharper than I am. All right, the moving averages on hourly trading is still neutral. The technical indicators suggest that this is a buy. And if we go to daily trading, strong sell, no surprise there. Penny stocks are typically a strong sell for day trading. Strong sell weekly trading, and strong sell for monthly trading. Yikes. Okay. I'm trying to find a silver lining here. It's just nothing here. But you know what? Let me get something very clear. This is what we do. We don't expect the information to align with the company like Amazon or Google or anything like that. I know what I'm doing. I'm looking at the bottom of the sea, the bottom of the barrel. I'm looking at companies that are very, very low on the financial or success spectrum. So it is very, very common to see stocks look this bad. What we're trying to do is we're trying to find those companies at the bottom of the sea that have potential that, when no one's looking, will skyrocket. Okay, so we're trying to take advantage of a company that might have one more smoke, one more run in it. And, but we also have to be careful because, for every one company that has that last smoke run in it, there's probably 4 others that do not. And that's what we're trying to avoid, those 4 others, and trying to find that one. It's a very, very difficult game. I don't recommend it. I'll just say that. All right, taking a look at my favorite part, the historical data. If we look over the last 30 days, we can get a little more of a bigger picture of what's going on. First off, I love this number. So apparently at some point over the last 30 days, it actually peaked at 81 cents. That's actually good news. However, the average is 62 cents. That's also good news. The low is 54 cents. And I'm going to assume that the low happened recently. There it is. So I was right about that. As far as the high, I want to figure out where that happened at, because something tells me it happened somewhere. Exactly. So this is not a good high. So yeah. So if this number or this, the high was somewhere up here, I would say this has a chance to come back up. But the fact that it is at the very, very bottom, it just tells me that this stock is doing this. Let's go this way. They're just constantly going down, right? So we see the 81, but that's the top of the graph, or the bottom of the graph in this case, and it's going down ever so slightly, right? So that's not really good. So there's one way to really figure out what's going on. I'm going to go a little further back in hopes that we can find more information to go off of. I don't know if this is a good, matter of fact, I think we saw it. Let's go back to, we saw the big dip happen, what was it, February 2nd? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to go to February. So the big dip seemed to happen around this time, which means I want to go to about February 13th. And that should give me some really interesting data to go, base my ideas off of. So here we go. We see the high is 99 cents, but again, it's at the very bottom. So it's not something I'm going to really base my, my decisions on. The low 50 cents, okay, that's about where it's trading at now. And remember I told you, if I were to get in, I would get in at the low so that I had a bigger opportunity to make some money. All right, and the average is 67 cents. Still not bad, okay? Not bad at all, in fact. All right, so I don't know what to make of this. I really don't. I'm not sure what to make of this. This is one of those stocks that it's just really, really still. It's not a lot to go off or base your decisions off of. And normally, if I wasn't on camera right now, I would probably stare at the screen for about 6 minutes before I figured out what the heck was going on. And I'm not even saying looking at the screen. I'm just like, just trying to figure out, like, what am I looking at here? So let's keep moving. I'm not gonna make you watch me stare at the screen for 6 minutes, but I'm gonna probably do it off camera at some point. So here's the Canoo website, and I just wanted to go here so that we can see exactly what this company does, how they represent themselves, how they present themselves. I like what I see here. This is beautiful right here. I'm not sure I've ever seen any of these on the road. Let me know in the comment section if you have. I'm gonna be honest with you. This makes me feel a little happy or a little excited because I can imagine these electric vehicles actually on the road. This looks like a future design. I'm a design guy, I'm an art guy. So looking at this makes me feel like, hey, this might be something we might see over the next 5 years. And if so, Canoo could actually become profitable. I mean, I really, really enjoy this look, this sleek design. And of course, I'm a big fan when it comes to videos on a website. You almost get me every time. So I like the modern look of the website. A lot of good things to look at there. But let's keep it moving. Next, I want to take a look at the stock split history to see if there's ever been any of that kind of stuff that took place. And if we look here, we'll see that Canoo has had 0 stock splits, which is a good thing. All right, and my secondary source, just to confirm that what I see here matches reality, we can see that, again, there has been no stock splits. So that's pretty cool. I'm happy about that. They've never diluted their shareholders in that way. So I like that. The problem is because they're now trading under $1, a stock split could be on the horizons, right? Even though they haven't done it before, it doesn't mean that they couldn't do it now. So something to look out for sure. All right, now we're going to take a look at FinViz. I just want to take a look and see if there's any information in terms of news that matches the stock price volatility, right? Here we go. So what's going on with Canoo stock? This actually came out today, which is pretty interesting. Why not open that up? I'm going to look at that a little closer. All right. So this seems to be from a blogger of some sort. And let's see what's going on. Now, I'm usually pretty careful about these type of articles because they're narrative driven. And if someone's trying to tell a story or trying to present a narrative, that could be in their favor. Should you invest $1,000 in Canoo right now? Give me some straight answers if you don't mind. I don't see any straight answers. So in a lot of ways, we're doing right now, me and you, we're doing what that article is supposed to do, which is taking a look or giving us some information that we can go or base decisions off of. But it just seems like a lot of clickbait for me, so I'm going to skip it. Canoo is about to do something it's never done before. Should I click this? I mean, they're doing a good job with making me click on stuff, and that's kind of what this is all about. This guy again, right? Let's see. Do we have any information? Perhaps you're supposed to watch the video, and I won't do that on your time. All right? Let's see here. So, yeah, it's just more clickbaitish kind of stuff. So it really didn't matter because often I try to avoid anything like this. I know I'm kind of in this circuit, but I think the difference between me and what he's doing is I don't have any incentive to make you invest in Canoo. So I'm not going to say, hey, you should invest in Canoo, or here's the reason. No, it's like we're going to look at Canoo in an unbiased fashion, and we'll make a decision together whether or not this is a good idea for us. So I'm going to skip these kind of narrative-driven sources because they don't really provide the information I'm looking for. I'm looking for facts. I'm not looking for opinions. And I think narrative-driven things offer a lot of opinion based off what you might see. Now, it could be some facts incorporated, obviously, but again, it just feels like someone's trying to sell me on something. I don't want to be sold on anything. All right, so why Canoo stock is sinking again today? So again, I'm going to actually avoid all Motley Fool sources at this particular point. Or maybe even Zacks too. I feel like Zacks is in the same boat. All right, let's take a look here. Why electric vehicle stock Canoo zoomed ahead today? Okay, we see some positive reaction there. Why Canoo stock popped 22% early today? All right, some positive stuff going on in this particular space here. All right, so yeah, not what I want to see, and actually what I would like to do, and I'll probably do it off camera, is really open up some of these articles and take a deeper dive into what's going on. You know, I'll be honest with you, maybe I would click on the video just to see the tone of the speaker and what he's trying to communicate. And if I felt like, this person's trying to sell me on something, I would probably click off. All right, but let's keep looking. We'll use our own sources. We don't have to watch those kind of things right now, right? But I want to now look at what the shorts are saying about Canoo. And I'm going to just make a decision, or rather a hypothesis or educated guess, that they're going to like this stock. Not in terms of it dropping, and maybe I'm saying that wrong. A short would like this stock if it had the potential to fail or blunder. I'm going to say they won't like the stock. So I'll say the reverse. I'm not expecting a high short percentage. Let's take a look, though, to see if I'm right or wrong. All right, the short percentage float is actually 11.22%, which is high. So I'm wrong on that. And they do like this stock. All right, so it seems like the shorts are expecting this stock to basically like drop. And I think we see that ourselves. We saw a huge drop from February 2nd to now. So yeah, the shorts are making a lot of money off of this company. And whenever I see this number so high, I'm gonna tell you right now, I get a little nervous because I start to believe that they know something that I don't. They have insider information that I'm not privy to. So I'm gonna, I think at this particular point, let's go a little lower here. I'm gonna go down to a C-, okay? All right, now I'm gonna take a look at this source because this source will help me, it will provide a rating. And I usually don't like to look at this until I'm in front of you, right? So, one thing that I've found to be pretty interesting is that a lot of times when I click on this button, the letter here is very close to what we have here. So we're still a little high if we're comparing our grade to marketscreener.com. But we're not far away. And I think by the time we finish this, we might be somewhere around this. But the reason I like this source is because they show you the strengths and weaknesses and provide some information as to why they think those two things are true. All right, for the past year, analysts covering the stock have been revising their EPS expectations upward, okay? For the last 4 months, the company has been enjoying highly positive EPS revisions. All right. The difference between current prices and the average target price is rather important and implies a significant appreciation potential for the stock. Sounds good. All right, for the last 12 months, sales expectations have been significantly downgraded. We see that, when I don't see a revenue for a company, it makes me a little nervous, I'll tell you. All right, over the past 4 months, analysts' average price target has been revised downwards significantly, all right? So it's about where we are. I think by the time we finish, we'll probably be about where they are, if not lower. Again, I'm just seeing a lot of things I'm not, comfortable with. But let's keep looking and let's come up with our own grade based on our own research. That's what I'm all about. Do your own research. Even now, even as you're watching this, you should still go do your own research because, again, I could miss something, okay? We're going to go ahead and now swing over to Cap Edge, click View All. I'm very curious to find out what's going on with this stock because I'm going to tell you right now, it's a lot of things that make me a little suspicious. All right, here's what I want to see right here. This is the first thing I want to see. Notice of delisting. So with the stock now trading under $1, that means that the exchange is going to start looking at them pretty sideways and saying, hey, what's going on? Like, are you profitable? Do we need to keep you on the exchange? Should we move you to OTC over the counter? And here is what I was afraid of, okay? They do have a notice of delisting, and they should have, 180 days to regain compliance and get their stock price above $1. So we'll see, let's see here. On March 27th, so they would have till September 25th to regain compliance. And the big question is, do they have what it takes to make that happen? I'm not seeing much that gives me that confidence. I'll be honest with you. And I think pretty soon this stock is going to do a reverse split to regain compliance because there's not much here to suggest that they have the plan to put that type of concept in motion to get their stock price above $1. And let's face it, right now, electric vehicles are a really cool buzzword, but in practicality, they're not that practical. They're not that suitable for the public. For example, in the last month, how many electric vehicle charging stations have you seen? So there's just not a strong infrastructure for electric vehicles, in my opinion, as of right now. My wife, she went out of town and she got an electric vehicle and she just raved about how terrible the experience was because it took hours to charge and then it didn't drive for that long. So just not a lot of sustainability around electric vehicles, in my personal opinion. If you know more, please share in the comment section. If you have an electric vehicle, maybe you can definitely be, a source of enlightenment here, because I'm not really sold on them. So I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of things that can happen between now and September. A lot of positive, possibly, but I'm going to say that, man, electric vehicles is just not the vibe right now. At this particular point, I'm going to go with a D+. I still have hope in the way that it has a lot of time to regain compliance. So I think there's something there, but man, it's so hard to bank on something that you can't see. It takes a lot of faith in the company, and, I'm not here to have faith in the company. I'm here to make money. And at the end of the day, the company itself doesn't seem to have a lot of revenue. Now I'm going to take a look at another source. Revenue is forecast to grow by 50%. So that sounds cool in practice. That sounds good in theory. But I need to do more research on how will they grow? Is it based off of the industry? We saw that the PE ratio for the industry was actually pretty good. It was like 21.9 or something like that. But the company itself is not doing so well when it comes to the PE ratio, price to earning ratio. And also worth noting is that this particular sector is it's flooded. It's a lot of people trying to get some skin in the game when it comes to electric vehicles. And maybe this company is just not quite in the competitive circle to make some real big moves. All right, so if we look at the risk analysis, it has less than 1 year of cash runway. Shareholders have been substantially diluted. Makes less than 1 million. So there's the information that I was looking for the entire time. They make less than 1 million, and that is why there's no revenue information on investing.com. And that does make a lot of sense when you stop and think about it. Oh, man, it's just not a lot here, man. I'm really, and I'll be honest with you. I really want this company to succeed. So regardless of what I think about the company, I really want them to succeed. I like companies like this. And I'm going to be honest with you. They sold me here. Let me tell you what they sold me. First off, they sold me on this beautiful display here. And then they sold me on these beautiful cars here. These cars that look like you could see them in the next 5 years. So it has a futuristic design. It looks like something out of Total Recall, which is probably a bad reference because now that movie's super old. But it just has a very futuristic, future tech look to it. And I'm telling you, I like this here. I'll be honest with you. If they can get these things off the ground, and maybe they're already out there, but if they can get these things more popularized, some commercials around them, some kind of buzz, some kind of media buzz, this stock will probably do very well. So it will not surprise me if I'm very wrong about what I'm saying and seeing today. Next, we're going to go over to StockTwits and take a look at what the investors who are already invested in the company think, because they'll let us know how they feel. Like, if we were invested in this company, we would feel either happy or we would feel like we've wasted our money. We're going to find out via investors who've already put their money into the company. All right, by going to StockTwits. And by the way, you can always follow me on here, the Ray Charles. Okay, you can probably find me on here. Yeah. You can find me on here. All right, let's keep looking though. This is a very active community. While we were here, someone jumped in. All right, so added even more. I'm not sure what AH. Help me out with that. What does AH mean? I'm not I missed some of these little words here. Averaging high, is that what it means? All right, Apple buying Lordstrom is a great idea. Lordstown, I'm not sure what that means. All right, so a lot of very, it's very Lango-ish over here. So that to me is a sign of a community that talks with each other so often that they have their own language. I don't know what they're talking. All right, they could have bought, they're talking about Apple. So for some reason, there seems to be some kind of correlation between Apple and Canoo. And let's see what's going on here. They could have bought Canoo or Ride for cheap. So apparently someone's upset that Apple, I don't know if they're upset, but they're making a point that Apple did not, invest in Canoo, which can be a sign for us as well, right? All right, here is my amazing daily StockTwits report. It looks like a lot of, let me see here. Yo, Tony, give us the boom, boom. What does that mean? I'm so lost over here. It's like I said, there's no shade though, because again, they have their own clique, their own community. And I'm really the intruder. And I'm trying to understand. I feel like the FBI listened to like a conversation between, criminals and they have their own little lingo, and I'm like, I don't understand. All right, here we go. You know, I bought more. So someone is very bullish and optimistic about, you know, this company, so they're buying more. But you know, that's a trap you have to avoid, because you keep buying into before you know you're holding a very expensive bag, and you know the stock is not going to pay you back for that bag you're holding. All right, holding for the multi and eating dips. I smell dollars. Okay, very optimistic. Now, what I really wish that users like Mr. Banks does, I wish he would provide more information. And this is no shade. It's just a hope or wish that they will provide more information with regards to why they feel that way. And perhaps he has already done so he doesn't have to do it over and over again. But that's what I would like to know. Like, hey, so what makes you feel that way? Because someone who's just peeking in like myself might agree with you if there was more information about why you felt that way. All right, this is here to stay. Again, I would love to know why you feel that way. And the reason I have that mindset is because I'm seeing a lot of things that show me differently, right? That's just my personal opinion and based on the things I've looked at. Again, there's so many different sources and they might have some information I don't have. That's why I'm kind of curious. All right, so this person here is saying, nice. This looks to be some kind of car associated. Well, no, this is an ad. I'm an idiot. But let's open this up. You know, let's hope it's not a virus. Let's see what this person is saying is nice. Let's see. Let's see here. Give me some information there, because I'm very curious. I'll come back to that in just a moment. This person is seeing some positive things. So I will say overall, it appears to me that the investors themselves are very optimistic. Okay, and I like that. All right, track your order so you can order these cars. Look at these beautiful designs, man. This is what makes me feel like something here could actually go positive. I'm going to go back to a D plus off of the actual design. Sometimes a company has everything right except the marketing strategy. They have the design, they have the business plan, the business model. They just don't have the marketing necessary to, you know, expand their business, right? So I like what I see. Good volume. They have the volume too. We gotta point out the volume. We gotta give them some credit for the volume. The volume is there. All right. They have really good volume. GOEV, that over 1 million purchases mine just now. Somebody just purchased 1 million. But I'm confused here. What's going on? All right. The struggle is real. So this person right here is saying that you know, it's real. It's a big struggle over here trying to hold on to this company and keep the faith without selling and things like that. All right. Again. See, if this company was smart, they would put these little cars on Front Street. It should be here. Like, you know, these cars are your selling point. They give you the hope as an investor that this company is on the right track. Everything else is just like, we like all this stuff, but let me tell you, this is what you want to sell right here. And, you know, you have to sell the investors on the probability that your device, your truck, your car will do better than the standard right now. Because, again, a lot of people are having issues with electric vehicles. Trust me when I tell you that. All right. Anyway, I like what I see there, and I'm going to go with D plus. Okay, I'm going to go with a D plus. That's my final grade for this stock. Will I be getting in? No. But I am not going to tell you that I won't be watching it. I will be taking a look from afar and keeping an eye on this one, because again, sometime in October. I'll see even October, after the whole September 25th date passes and I can see where things are in October, I might have to revisit this stock. But anyway, if you enjoyed this, first off, thank you for enjoying it. And then secondly, throw a like on the video because it helps. And I will see you on the next one again.